Good Wednesday morning, Mount Olive family, friends of Mount Olive Church. Hope everybody's having a good week this week. Matthew Hubbard here to bring you a quick devotion on Brother Jason's message Sunday morning. Really good message that the Lord gave him. Good, I think, reminder, or maybe you've never heard, that message before of who we are in Christ. Especially this week as we go through what some call Holy Week. Leading from Palm Sunday to Good Friday into Easter, Resurrection Day. Just really good stuff. I love the book of Ephesians, probably one of my favorites in the Bible. So I always enjoy a good study on that. So just a quick recap on that. Ephesians 2 and 12, I think Paul pretty well summarizes those first few verses in Ephesians 2 here. And just my opinion, that at the time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. And that's where we were before we came to Christ. That's where many that we work with and our families are at right now. They have no hope and they're without God in the world. Remember back on your life that when you were in that place, when you were living in that life of sin and darkness, you felt that way. You had no hope. We were strangers from the covenants of promise. Us Gentiles. That's who we were, but it's not anymore. Thank God for that. But as always, there's a but God, and 5 and 8 here in Ephesians 2. Verse 5 says, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Christ. By grace ye are saved. And grace is unmerited favor. We did nothing to earn God's grace. We can never do anything to earn God's grace. And verse 8 here says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. It's the gift of God. That His grace is a gift to us. It is free to us, but it cost Christ everything, and that's how much He loved us. That's why He came into this world to give us this grace, this unmerited favor that we could do nothing to earn, nothing to deserve that. Not of works, lest any man should boast. It just goes to show you that no matter what you do, no matter how many works you perform, if you look at Abraham, Hebrews says that it was his faith and through God's grace that he obtained his righteousness. And that was the same way, faith in what Jesus did on the cross, and that He came out of that grave. We receive God's grace, and it's just so powerful. To me, gift doesn't really do it justice for what it is that God has truly given us, and I don't think we truly grasp that at times. But it's a free gift that Jesus paid it all. When He said it is finished, it was finished then, it's finished now, and it will be finished in the future. Just remember that this week as we go about this Holy Week. Remember the price that Christ paid for you. Live knowing that the debt is paid in full, and that you are covered by God's unwavering grace, and that no matter what, He loves you. And share that with somebody this week. Somebody is battling something. Somebody's down and out, got that doctor's report. Show them God's grace this week. Tell them about it. Live in a way that others can see what God's grace has done to you. Just as Brother Jason had those canvases, ours isn't marred up anymore. The slate's been wiped clean. So live that way. Let others see that, and let them be encouraged by your faith, but most importantly by the grace that God can give them. So hope you have a good week this week. Hope to see you in church this Easter Sunday.